everyone, welcome back to the next vlog, moving vlog. I guess it's the start of them anyway. We're 1 week until we move, so today is Thursday and we move next Wednesday. So as you can imagine, we're really starting to kind of get organized now. It's really feeling real, and there's been kind of certain things we've been doing in our process that have honestly made it pretty stress-free. Like, I was a bit worried about moving because it's kind of my first time moving properly in New York, because the last time I moved was just to the building next door, so we were able to just carry everything. It was really easy and we didn't really have to wrap up that much, and I had way less furniture and way less stuff. So it's my first kind of move, so I was anxious and nervous, and coming from a neat freak like me, the current state of this apartment is not my ideal situation, but it's okay because, believe it or not, everything is kind of an organized mess, if that makes sense. So I figured I'd just do a video today and update you. Lots of you have been asking for moving vlogs and just an update of like how we're getting on, so I figured I'd just vlog it because yeah, it is kind of interesting to see, and if you are moving soon, hopefully it might help you, because there's been certain things we've been doing that have made it so much easier and so much less stressful. So I figured I'd just share some like tips and hacks in this video as well today while showing you my progress. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we are moving in exactly a week. Today's Thursday, we're moving next Wednesday. So I will say the number one thing that I recommend you to do if you're moving, and what it's really helped us, is start as early as possible. And I know you probably think, oh, I'll definitely give myself loads of time, but I know for a fact that lots of people leave this till the last minute, and then that's when the panicking starts. So as soon as you know when you're going to move, start planning. So we had 3 weeks when we found out, which kind of is normal in New York, and sometimes it's even less time because you can't really get your apartment much more in advance of that because they don't come on the market. So we had 3 weeks, so as soon as I knew the date, I started planning, okay, the third week out we have to do this, the second week out this, and then for the last week I had a list of jobs to do. And honestly, that has helped so much because it's just like breaking up the jobs and the tasks, and you just feel way less overwhelmed. So I'm going to show you a quick look at how the place looks. Please don't judge me. Kind of properly started last weekend, and this is the current situation that we're living in. Not ideal, but we really have made a lot of progress, and I actually feel like we probably have 60% of it done. Obviously we have to put all the stuff into boxes. I'll talk about these in a minute, where we got these. Still have to do the bedroom and the office. The kitchen is more or less done except for the food, obviously, because we're still living here. The office, I'm probably going to do a bit in this video. And then the bedroom we've kind of left to because I obviously need like to do my makeup and clothes and everything. Definitely a lot messier than I would like it to be in a place I have to live. But we've started taking things off the walls, emptying out all the drawers. Yeah, a lot of progress, and I'm happy that we started when we did. Just the earlier you start, honestly, like the more calm you'll feel in your head, because you won't think that there's so much left to do. And yes, like it is a bit of mayhem and not the nicest environment to be living in, but you know what, it was only like for a week and a half, and we just would rather be organized because, you know, both me and Tommy like have really busy jobs and we're trying to keep that going. So yeah, small steps early is the key. And then tip number 2, I'm going to bring you into the office and show you something else that has really helped me. Okay, so then tip number 2 is take inventory. And what does this mean? So this takes a little bit of time and is kind of a monotonous job, but you actually have to go around your whole apartment and figure out what you're bringing, what you're selling, if you want to sell any bits that you have, and just to make room in your new place, or maybe your new place, the shape of it or the layout won't suit your current couch or bed or whatever it is. So figure out what you want to sell, and then you obviously have to start listing them. And then for me, my third category on my inventory sheet, which I'll show you now, was to figure out if there was any items that I want to put into storage, and I'll talk about that after as well. But let me show you how I did my like moving spreadsheet. Kaylin made this for me, and honestly it has been a lifesaver because it just made me get really organized. And as well, if you're getting movers, they will want a like precise list of every single thing you're moving. So this is a good way, you know, 2 weeks in advance when you're booking them, or 3 weeks even, because they get booked out really quickly. It's a good way for you to get that job out of the way and done. So let me show you our sheet. Okay, so we just made this on Google Docs and literally just called it moving spreadsheet. So items being sold, so I listed all these. Some of these are sold now, and then these are ones I think that aren't sold yet. So you know, I posted on my Instagram, so just kept it updated. So you can either sell on Craigslist or Facebook Market has been really good for us as well. So just a good way to keep track. Then the items going to new apartment. So here I was able to actually like make a list, and I actually think I have a more updated one over here. Yeah, I do. Items for moving. So we just really listed it very clearly because your moving company will need this. So the sooner you can get this done, the better. And then other things we had, so items for storage, and I actually have to add into this because I have more since I updated this, but I'll explain to you what this means in a minute. And then I also have like a to buy section because we're going to get a new couch, and we actually were going to get a new bed, but we changed our mind, so I can take that out. And then anything else you need to like buy, you can just put in here, and that will kind of, you know, keep you updated in your own head. And if you have to space them out or anything, you can kind of write down, you know, what dates you'll buy them. And especially when you need to get them delivered, you have to make sure that you order them on the right dates too. So this is our spreadsheet, very simple, but this has just made things so much easier. Okay, so we've been doing all the selling, we've been putting our things to one side that we're going to bring with us. I've actually sold lots of bits and pieces, and there are still some things left just in case you're interested. I'm posting them more over on my Instagram, so at Retroflame, just in case you're in New York and you're looking for some new furniture. So we've been doing all that, and then the third thing was the storage thing. So just to kind of explain to you briefly, in Manhattan, and probably like all cities to be honest, there isn't an awful lot of room for storage. Like, you have your wardrobes, if you're lucky, that fit all your stuff, and then you can put some stuff under your bed and behind your couch and really any corner you can use. And this apartment, believe it or not, is actually quite a big apartment. I know if you don't live in New York, you probably don't think that, but for this space is actually pretty decent. And while we lived here, we were really lucky to have a second bathroom, which if you watch my vlogs a lot, you'll see me calling it like my Monica closet, basically, because that's where we used to put all the stuff we didn't want to see. So we had this second bathroom, and we used to use the bath to store things like suitcases, Christmas decorations. I still have some beauty bits in here. We just like strategically made it into a storage room, which was kind of annoying because it would have been nice to have a second bathroom like when we had guests over and all that kind of stuff. But you know what, we didn't mind, we use it as our storage. But in our next apartment, we won't have that. Like, we'll just have enough room for like our clothes and my shoes, my shoes being a big thing to store. And then we have kind of a storage room, but that's where the washing machine and dryer is, so we won't fit as much as we used to be able to fit into the second bathroom. So things I'm talking about are like Christmas decorations, summer things, I'm looking at them here, like a summer umbrella, Halloween decorations, small bits of like decor, picture frames, just like random stuff that you don't want to throw away, like you're going to need at a certain point, but you don't want them cluttering up your space. Because if you're like me and just do not like clutter, that kind of stuff would drive you insane. And when you're living in New York, you just need your place to be, like, you're living in small spaces, so you just want your place to be as kind of airy and organized and clutter free as possible. It's just good for the mind, I'm convinced. So when we knew we were moving to the space and we knew we wouldn't have space for like all that Christmas decoration and stuff like that, I started looking into options for storage. So basically what that means is if you're in the city, if you're in New York, there's this company and it's called Simplify Valet Storage, and they provide you with boxes. So they give you 5 boxes, which I'll show you now, 5 boxes for $30 a month, and they come to your apartment, they drop off the boxes, you put all the stuff that you want to store into the boxes, and then they come back and collect the boxes and they take it away. So you don't need to hire a car or like a truck or whatever to bring all your stuff to them. And then if you do want to get anything in a rush, they bring the boxes to you. So I just thought this was a really good system because I'd heard about storage units before and all that, but I really was like, oh, I really don't want to have to like get in an Uber or get like a car and go and drop them off and collect them. And it just felt like a lot of effort. But the fact that they bring the boxes to you and then take the boxes away, and then you just go online and say, for example, now, if I fill up one box with the Christmas decorations, there'll be a barcode on that box so that when it comes around to Christmas, all I have to do is go online, put in the barcode with the Christmas decorations. I'll have like, you know, noted all that, and then they just bring that box to me. So it just is really easy and convenient. And honestly, I say this a million times, but the reason I love living in New York is that they make things very easy for you here. So these are the boxes they give you. They are quite spacious, like they go back a good bit. Let me show you the inside. And you can fill these until they're completely full, and I got 5 of them, so it's $30 a month you pay for 5 boxes, and then this is all the stuff I have to try and get in. So some of these I'm thinking it might be a little bit big, possibly the umbrella and stuff, so I have to figure that out. And I'm also going to give them this pink chair because I love it. It's just not going to suit my new apartment, but I'm not ready to sell it. So as well as the boxes, I'm also going to rent like a unit, which is possible. I'm going to obviously try and fit as much into the boxes as I can, and then if there's extra stuff, I'm going to put them into like a storage unit that they have. And again, it's really easy to get these things back if I need to. So I'm going to pop up the camera and I'm going to pack up and then show you the end result. We did it. Everything fit into these 5 boxes. It's actually really, like, there's a lot of room in these boxes. It's kind of deceiving, and we still have room, I think, in like 2 of them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look in the office now and see is there like any books or any other bits I need to put into storage and add them in, and then we just have a few larger things which will go into my unit, and I think that they will wrap up the chair when they come here. Also, if you live in New York and if you think that you want to try this service, I have some good news. They've actually given me a discount code. So if you use Retro Flame when you're getting it, it will actually give you 1 month free of storage for 5 boxes. So you're saving $30, which definitely is a nice little saving, and you can see then if you like the service. And then second piece of good news, I'm also running a giveaway with them over on their Instagram. So I'll leave their username here, and if you go to their Instagram, I'm pretty sure by now it will be live as well, but you have to just go to their Instagram, you'll see the picture of me on their Instagram, and you'll see all the details about how to win. So if you live in New York, definitely enter it, because I genuinely think this service is like the best thing ever, and I'll 100% continue to use it, and maybe even add more boxes when I get to the new place. I'll see how we're getting on with organization and storage. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. And then the next hack slash tip I'm going to talk to you, I'll bring you back to this side of the apartment again. Okay, so then hack slash tip number 3 is to purge and just get rid of as much stuff as you possibly can, because I know lots of you will think, okay, we'll just bring everything, and then when we get to the new place, we'll, you know, throw away things or like do our clear outs, but get that done before you go. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So right now, from our kitchen and from kind of like this part of the apartment, this is actually all we have left. So like the kitchen things, we're going to pack up all these now and put them into these boxes. And actually I forgot to mention, so this is kind of a, I guess, a tip slash hack as well. So obviously when it comes to packing up everything, you need packing supplies, and I was going to go on Amazon, buy like boxes, you know, bubble wrap, all that stuff, but the company that I did the storage thing with, they actually have this really good service as well. They let you like almost rent these big bins to move your stuff. It's $100 for 20, I think. It's either 15 or 20, I'll double check. So you use them to move everything, and then you just give them back when you're finished. So it saves you like having to get all the cardboard boxes and then getting rid of them, and obviously it's much better for the environment to use these and give them back. So they've given me all those boxes, so we're going to start putting all this stuff in. And over the weekend we did our big clear out. Like we went through all the drawers, the presses, got rid of everything. Like everything is pretty empty. The kitchen presses are pretty empty. So yeah, we do have all that done. So do that before you start packing up the things, and when you move to the new place, it will just make your life way easier. and then the last tip slash hack I have for you is get all your DIY bits and pieces done. So if you're a long-term follower, you'll know that this is where I have my, or where I had my sunglass holder, which is down here, the thing that I keep all my sunglasses in. But obviously that was nailed to the wall, so we've started taking down all those pieces, and then Tommy has been really good with all the DIY, and he's been filling in like all the, you know, holes we made in these walls. So I did have quite a bit hung up, so we filled in them last night. And then there was also shelves in the kitchen that we took down. So we did this wall because obviously we're living in a rented apartment and we want to get our deposit back, so you just have to leave the place exactly as you got it. It's different if you own the place, obviously, but for renting we have a substantial deposit to get back, so we're doing all the DIY stuff right now, and as early as possible too. We're kind of doing something every night. So just hack number 4, tip number 4, get those DIY projects done. Like take down any lights you put up, put back the old ones, and just do it step by step, because those things do actually take up a lot of time and you kind of have to be as organized as possible when doing them. So I think that's everything so far. I'm definitely going to do another moving vlog the day that we actually move, and I probably will have more tips and updates for you by then, because I haven't even attacked my clothes yet and all my beauty stuff. So I'm sure I'll learn a few more tips and tricks over the weekend, and I'll fill you in the next vlog. And yeah, if you have any questions about anything that I showed you, just let me know. Be sure to check out the storage service. It's honestly so good and I'm so happy that I found it. And yeah, I think that's everything. So thanks as always for watching. I'll see you in the next one. We're getting very close to getting to the new apartment, which I know lots of you are excited to see. So not long now, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.